Hey there, folks. Bad Guru here. Nice to see you. My goodness, I've been jonesing to talk to you for a little while now. Dealing with technical problems all day long, but here I am. I'm super happy to be here. I want to thank you in advance for watching the show, for participating, for being here, whether you're watching live or after the fact. I really appreciate it. Look, your attention matters. What we give our attention to becomes a greater part of our experience. We shape our reality with the power of our attention. I really appreciate that you gave me some of your attention here today. I have an announcement. First of all, happy MLK Day. Happy Martin Luther King Day. You know, I didn't know it was MLK Day until I was told. So it's not like I've been waiting. This is not Christmas for me. But I thought today is a good day to reflect on what's happening with the Black community and how we can help. So I have a big announcement to make. Black money matters. I want to tell you about an idea called Black Money Matters. That's where we use the making millionaire principle that Peter Hartman talks about. And we use it in order to help Black folks, in order to create hope and to provide alternative funding for Black entrepreneurs. Check this out. There are 20 million African Americans in the United States, okay? There's like 20 million African Americans in the United States, okay? Adult African Americans. And when you think about it, during 2020, during the Black Lives Matters protests, there are 20 million people who protested out in the streets. I mean, out in the streets, protesting. People care about what's happening with Black folks. People care about the shootings that are going on. People care about what's going on. Well, what can we do about it? What's our solution? Well, so far, most of the solutions I hear about revolve around government, right? We pass laws and different legislation in order to help the Black community. And I think that's a good thing. It's a positive thing to do. But we're not powerless outside of government. And anything that we can do that doesn't rely on government, I think will just be far more lasting and far better for us as a people. I say we start making Black millionaires. So I want us to make a Black millionaire February 28th, 2021. I am challenging us to make a Black millionaire on February 28th, 2021. Between now and then, all we have to decide is who gets to be a millionaire. That's it. Now, let me ask you, doesn't that sound like fun? Doesn't it sound like fun to start talking about, hey, who could we make a millionaire? We can make more than one person a millionaire. My goal is to make 3 millionaires on February 28th, 2021. 3. And all we have to do is get X number of people, right? Low end, 400,000 people to 1 million people to subscribe to this idea. Why do we want to make a Black millionaire? Well, one of the challenges of being Black in North America, in the United States, let's say, because they have that history of slavery, is that, white folks, they say, has started out ahead and Black folks are behind. And so even though they're living in the same world, there's this legacy of slavery that holds people down. So I want to create an environment of hope and optimism in the Black community. And the way we do that is by creating a Black millionaire every week. My ultimate goal is to create an app that creates a Black millionaire every week. And that way, when Black kids are growing up, they keep hearing, oh, so-and-so became a millionaire. That's another Black person that became a millionaire. That's a Black person that became a millionaire. And it changes the way they think about themselves. They feel more cared for by their environment, because in order to make that millionaire, people have to make them a millionaire, right? It's not a bank that gave them $1 million. It's people that gave them $1 million. And so people who feel impotent, people who feel like they want to express love and compassion and care for the Black community, they can do that with their dollars, right? It would take, at maximum $5 in order to get this done. So first, you're tackling the sensation of hope and compassion and feeling cared for by your community, right? Just think about that. Think about living in a world where Black people are made a millionaire every week, just because. The other thing it's going to do is that it's going to bring money and opportunity into the Black community, right? Because we're sending our dollars, it's a form of, you can think about it as a kind of voluntary reparations, right? Voluntary reparations, right? It's not some government office that some government official that decided to do this. It's human beings, us. We decided we're going to funnel some of a little bit of our dollars into the Black community in order to create wealth. Now, one of the types of people I want to give money to is our Black entrepreneurs. When a Black entrepreneur can get money, they can create jobs in their community. They can draw in money if they're providing a product or service that's sold nationally or globally. They can draw in money to their community. They pay taxes in their community. They spend money in their community. They create jobs in their community. So it's a way of starting to funnel money into the Black community. When a Black entrepreneur goes out there and starts to start their business, they're gaining experience. And every other Black folk who sees them, everybody in their family, their cousins, their friends, they get to see them fail or succeed when it comes to their business and the challenges that come from that. And so you have hope in the Black community. You have some wealth that gets funneled into the Black community. You're getting experience, more entrepreneurs, whether they fail or succeed, it doesn't matter. That's more experience in the Black community. And we could start chipping away. We could start making progress. Black folks can start making progress in North America. Think about that. This is not a complicated idea. I love simple ideas. I love ideas that are so simple that would have been impossible to do 30 years ago, but that today with technology, we can do that a lot easier. It'd be very difficult for me to go door to door to people and say, okay, I'm here for your $5. We're making you a millionaire. Go to door, mail in your $5, mail in your checks, everybody. That's very difficult. But with the power of these devices, social media and these devices, I can send you a payment in an instant. All I need is your email address. I can send you a payment in an instant. With platforms like GoFundMe, we can crowdfund and put our money online in an instant. Rally everybody together. Millions of people can participate in this. Now, my question to you is this. Do you want to make a Black millionaire? We're making 3 on February 28th, 2021. If you're interested, and if you know other people who might be interested, you share this and you let them know. You let them know that we're making 3 Black millionaires on February 28th, 2021. At the end of Black History Month, we're going to make millionaires. We're going to make headlines. We're going to make news. We're going to show people the power of people, of us coming together. That's the power of the making millionaire principle. Black money matters, right? We like to say Black lives matter. And that's true. But what's most important is that Black money matters. When we start recognizing the power we have with even just a few dollars we have, we can start reshaping our world. COVID has hit, and upwards of 60% of businesses, small businesses in North America, gone. Shut down, bankrupt, forever. We are rebuilding society now. As we move forward, we're going to have to rebuild society, rebuild businesses. And one of the ways we can do that is with this Black Money Matters idea. We can start helping Black entrepreneurs to get off the ground. Black entrepreneurs in order to start their businesses, in order to reshape their communities. This is not where it ends. This is just where it begins. Ultimately, I want a Black Money Matters app where we create a Black millionaire every week. And then I want to start making other folks millionaires once we get that stuff done. But this is my project, my idea, in order to demonstrate the power of the making millionaire principle. And I tell you, it's going to be the most fun you could possibly have with $5. I've gone to see a movie and paid $10, $15, $20 to go see a movie and been very disappointed. And when that movie was over, it was done. That money was spent. Here, $5, you can walk around forever claiming, I helped make a Black millionaire. Making Black millionaires. Black money matters. If you think this is a good idea, all you have to do is join the audience at facebook.com/happyforachange or subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/happyforachange. If you do that, follow me anywhere you can find me, and we will engage in the process of making a millionaire. All you have to do is be with me on February 28th, 2021 in order to do this. But if you want to be engaged in the process along the way, if you want to get the fun of it, then help me to choose who becomes a millionaire. I was inspired to do this idea because of the death of George Floyd. And so, in honor of him, I would like one of the black millionaires to be someone from Minnesota. I can't believe I got that wrong. I want to choose someone from the city that George Floyd was from. That's one. I grew up with a single mother who raised 5 kids on her own. And so I would like one of the person to become a millionaire to be a single mother. And the third one, I would like it to be just a random person, so that everybody can feel like they can be a part of this process, that they also might be a millionaire. But I'm open to your ideas. I'm open to whatever you have in mind. There you have it. That's the big announcement, folks. We're making a black millionaire February 28th, 2021. If you want to participate in that, facebook.com/happyforachange, youtube.com/happyforachange. Follow me anywhere you can find me. You can also join the Black Money Matters group on our Happy for a Change page if you want to be specific about that, or just join the Happy for a Change audience at facebook.com/happyforachange. Join the happy audience, and I'll be communicating with you anywhere you can find me. All right, that's it. That's what I got to say. Just make sure nobody's trying to reach me here. All right. We're looking good. All right. So I'll be talking more about that. I'll be doing more videos about that. But let's get to the jokes, shall we? Let's get to the jokes. How you guys doing? Guys, gals, non-gender, non-binary folk, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. My goodness. Today's been a complicated day. A lot of technical problems, but we figured it out, made some progress. We'll be better next time. I really appreciate you giving me your attention here. I just, what's happening in the world? 2020, it ended. You're like, okay, we're done with 2020. We're done. It's over. The hard part's done. Okay, let's move on to 2021 and we can move on to different things. New world, all right? We can change the conversation. And what happens in 2021? There's a riot at the Capitol, Washington. Did you hear about this riot? People rioted. No, I wasn't supposed to talk about that yet. That was the last joke. That was the last thing. I'm going to save that for the end. Let's start over. Hey there, folks. How you doing? Oh my goodness. What a day we've had. Technical problems, me forgetting what I want to talk about. I have these cards, I write down the notes on the cards. But if I put the cards in the wrong order, then I don't remember. I have to write things down because I have such a bad memory. But when you write it down, then you got to remember the order. Anyway, I should number these things. Let's start with something lighter. I didn't want to start with the Capitol. Riot. That's how you start. You don't start with the heavy material. You start with the lighter material. Oh my God. I was in the elevator the other day and I'm bringing the garbage down to the garbage room and I'm pressing the button to close the door, right? I'm pressing the button to close the door and the thing just won't close. It opens and closes and I don't know how I'm messing it up. I mean, I've been using elevators for decades now. I'm still messing it up. It's weird. Can't close the door. You know what I find weird? In movies, you ever notice that in movies when you have characters in elevators and somebody's running towards the elevator, they're running to catch the elevator and then the doors close right when they get to it and they're like, oh, they missed it, You know what I'm talking about? In an elevator and somebody's running to it and they just missed it. And I always wonder, when they get to the door, when they run and they find a way to get to the door, why doesn't that door just open? When I'm in an elevator, I can't find a way to close that goddamn door. That door always stays open. And even when it starts closing, elevator doors in real life, they open with a whisper. and a whisper and that door just opens right back up. How is it that in movies, these elevator doors are just sealing shut? People putting their hands in it. I was watching this zombie movie where these people run into the elevator and zombies are running for them and they're trying to close the door, and the door closes, and just before it closes, the zombies stick their hands in and try to get in, but then the door still closes. Boom. And like, those people should be dead right now. In real life, elevators they stay open with a whisper, okay? You just fart, and the door just opens right back up. I can't close that door by pressing the button. I don't know how it's working in these movies. So unrealistic. It's not cool. All right. One thing, in real life, I don't actually try to close the door when people are running to the elevator. I've learned my lesson years ago. Like, I don't try to close the door. Because if you try to close the door and they come and they get there and then they open it, it's super easy to open. Now you got this awkward elevator ride, right? Excuse me, hold the door. Excuse me, hold the door. And you're like, tick, 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 tick. The door's closing and the person gets there, boom, and they're just looking at you like, you tried to close this door, didn't you? I said to hold the door open. Your hand wasn't out holding the door. You weren't pushing the button. The door was closing. And you got this awkward ride up. Four flights, just, sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to. It's COVID. I don't want to share an elevator. Now I feel like it's a little bit better. People don't want to share elevators. I had a trouble with the elevator not too long ago. I was like trying to bring in some boxes to bring down to the recycle room. And there was this woman in the elevator in my building and she's wearing this mask on. And I was having trouble. I had a bunch of boxes to bring down. And she wouldn't help me. She wouldn't open the door. And then after I was like, hey, could you? And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. You're not wearing a mask. So, I'm sorry. I can't help you. I was like, I kind of understood. I didn't feel bad. Who wants to ride an elevator with somebody, My goodness. So fearful. Something else that is fearful these days. Shaking hands. No, I feel like shaking hands have sort of fallen into the domain of sexuality, if you're gonna make love to somebody, and it's somebody you don't know, somebody you're new to, some stranger, I don't know. You went to a party, a bar, you picked up somebody. You bring them at home, and you gotta say, like, hey, look, did you get tested? Are you clean? You gotta make sure that everything's on the up and up, right? And now handshakes are falling into that territory. You ready to go to shake someone's hand? And you're like, hey, wait, hang on a second. When you shake someone's hand, you're shaking the hand of every other person they've ever shook a hand. You're like, oh my God, I gotta shake your hand. I don't know where this hand's been. I don't know where it's been. I don't know what I'm gonna catch from you if I shake your hand. When you shake this hand, you're shaking the hand of every person that hand has ever shook. That's what I used to think when it comes to sex. I'd be like, if I have sex with you, then I'm having sex with every person that you've ever had sex with, essentially. Now shaking hands is the same thing. What a weird world we're living in. Hands are falling in the same category as STDs. All right? COVID. It's making life real complicated. All right, that's a joke in progress. Capitol riot. The coup. Capitol riot, man. 2021 starts off. I'm thinking it's going to be tame. It's going to be fine. We're getting over the whole trauma of 2020. And then 2021 starts off and there's a riot at the Capitol in Washington. Okay? A riot at the Capitol. These people are trying to storm the place. Apparently they're looking to kidnap folks. Some folks are dead. Welcome to 2021. Am I right? Have you guys seen this? Have you followed this? 2021, this the riot at the Capitol. You know what the news is calling it? I'm so annoyed by this. You know what the news is calling it? I'm so annoyed by this. They're calling it a coup. It was an attempted coup. Donald Trump participated in a coup, trying to take over the government. First of all, it's not the way you take over the government. You just got to take over a building. In Washington, I think life is a little different than 1776, okay? I don't think it takes just taking over some officials, okay? How does that take over the country? You can take over the whole country, the whole government, because some jackasses stormed the place and captured, took hostage some Congress people. Like, what the hell? what kind of a coup is that? Call it a coup. I don't really see it as a coup. When I saw the riot, I was like, wow, this is one of the worst things I've ever seen. I was just like ashing. I was like, I can't believe what I'm watching. What are these people doing? They're insane. This is horrible. But never did I think it was a coup. Never did I think Donald Trump and his posse were trying to take over the government like that. Look, coups in other countries, just so you know, the military is involved and they kill every head of state. They kill everybody. That's what they do. You can't just get a coup by just walking in there and sticking a flag into the ground and claiming, this is the new America. Right? A coup in other countries, the military is in cahoots with that dictator and they go and they kill everybody else. They kill all the congressmen, they kill all the senators, they kill everybody else. That's a coup. This is the most pathetic coup I've ever seen. I'll tell you what it's like. When I was younger, okay. If there's any kids if you're watching this and there's any kids around, get them out of the room. It's going to get pretty raunchy in a second. A little bit raunchy in a second. Get the kids out of the room. Just get them out. Okay. Put it on mute. Put it on pause. Put your headphones on. I'll give you a second. All right. And if you're a kid and your parents are not around and you're just watching this, okay, your parents are not around, you're just watching this, just turn it off. Okay, just turn it off. Go somewhere else. I'm coming to the end. You're not going to miss anything else. It's not for you. And just so you know, if there's kids watching this and parents are not around and they see me and they hear what I'm about to say, that's not on me, all right? That's on you parents, okay? You don't just plop your kids in front of a screen and just let them watch whatever, all right? That's not my fault. That's your fault, all right? When I was 18 years old, I started going out to clubs with my older sibling. My older brother, we go out and we'd be a bunch of guys going out. They were all older than me, but I would tag along, They were all, many years older than I was. So I'd go to the club and I'd be this 18-year-old guy, just like at the club, just this dweeb. And one day, these guys, there's a group of guys, I don't know, there were like 5 of them or something, and maybe more, I don't know. And they all kind of like picked up girls. They all picked up girls. And we all left the club together, a big posse. We went and hung out and we ate food and we drank some more. And it was a big posse. And it was guys and girls and guys and girls and guys and girls. And so we get back to my house, and there's a few guys and then there's a few girls. But when we get to the house, turns out, there's more girls than there are guys. In fact, there's one more woman than there is man. And so my brother, he asked, hey, Peter, do you mind just hanging out with her? They're going off with the other girls to do whatever the hell they're going to do, You know what they're going to do? Look, the kids are not around. They're going to have sex. They're going to have sex. They're going to have sex. Sexual relations. They're going to penetrate each other. Yeah, the kids are gone. They're going to penetrate each other. No, not each other. You know what I mean? Someone's getting penetrated, all right? And so they say, hey, Peter, could you take, do you mind? I wasn't forced to. Do you mind? And I was like, okay, sure, why not? I don't mind. I'm 18-year-old. Everybody's older than me. The women, the girls are older than I am, that's for sure. And the person I was with was a few years older than me, and I felt like, kind of nervous. And, I had never had a one-night stand before. And so we're in my bedroom, lying on the bed, and we're naked. Because she wants to have sex. And we start kissing and making out, and she slides her hand down and she starts playing with my wiener. And I'm calling it a wiener because it wasn't growing. It was just a wiener. I guess I was just too nervous. I was playing with it, and she was like, what's going? Is everything okay? Yeah, okay. And she was very nice. She's a very nice lady. I'm calling her a lady. She was much older than me. So we're lying in bed, and she's playing with my wiener, and it's not working much. It's not working much at all. I'm just too nervous. I'm a Christian guy. Lived a lot of my life as a very Orthodox Christian, and here I am just lying in a bed with a stranger. I never met her before. I don't even remember her name. I don't even know if I knew her name at the time. I'm feeling very nervous, okay? I don't know, some guys are just like, oh, whatever, I don't care, I'll put it in anything. I realized at that moment I'm not that type of guy. You know, so we try to do it. I try to put it in. It's just like all floppy and it's just like not working, you know? And that was my one and only one night stand. Now, should I call that a one night stand? Is it technically a one night stand? If it is a one night stand, it's the most pathetic one night stand you've ever heard of. All right? And that's what that coup was. It's the most pathetic coup I've ever heard of. Okay? It might have technically been a coup. But what the hell? You're not going to take over the country that way. What were they thinking? And why does the news just come out and say, instead of saying there was a coup attempt at the Capitol today, why didn't they say it was a bunch of pathetic losers who stormed the place and are now getting arrested? Like, that's what happened. There was no coup. If it was coup, it was super pathetic. It was a floppy wiener coup. All right. That's what I got to say about it. All right. I think that's it for me. On that note, I really appreciate your time. I think that's it for the show. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know what 2021 has in store for everybody, but I know what Happy for Change has planned for you. And if you like what Happy for Change is doing, if you want to participate, go over to facebook.com/happyforchange and join the happy audience. That audience is who I'm going to be communicating with the most in order to get these ideas off the ground. And if you are inclined to go over to YouTube, go to youtube.com/happyforchange. Happy for Change, just find me anywhere that you want and follow me, because we're going to be using the power of social media and the Making Millionaire principle in order to do some really interesting, fun, fantastic things. You're going to be thrilled about it and you're going to want to participate. And remember to share it with someone else. That's how this works. That was Peter Hartman. I'm Bad Guru, and that's the show, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. If you really like Bad Guru Nightly, thank you so much for watching. We'll be on again. Make sure to subscribe over on Facebook and YouTube so that you never miss another episode. Cheers.
Cheers! Oh.